Every NFL team has at least one moment that feels like the football gods were just straight up trolling them. The play, the call, the meltdown that fans still scream about years later. So here it is, every NFL team's most cursed moments ever. Number 32, Buffalo Bills wide right, 1991. Super Bowl 25, January 27th, 1991. The Bills trail the Giants 20-19 with 8 seconds left. Scott Norwood lines up for a 47-yarder that would win it all. Buffalo fans hold their breath. History's about to change, and the ball drifts wide right. Giants win. That miss launched the most cursed streak in football. 4 straight Super Bowl appearances, 4 straight losses. Forget bad luck. That was divine trolling. To this day, all anyone has to say is wide right, and the Bills fans feel the pain like it's fresh. And if you think missing one kick is cruel, wait until you see how the Dolphins almost ruined perfection with a single pass. Number 32, Miami Dolphins. The Garo Ya Premium Pass, 1973. January 14th, 1973, Super Bowl 7. The Dolphins are up 14-0 on Washington, minutes from finishing the only perfect season in NFL history. All they need is a field goal to seal it. Kicker Garo Ya Premium lines up, swings, and blocked. No problem. Just fall on it, right? Nope. Ya Premium panics, tries to throw a pass, and the ball flutters into a Washington defender's arms for a touchdown. Miami still won. But that play became immortal as one of the worst throws ever. Even in perfection, the curse found a way to sneak in. And if a kicker pretending to be a quarterback feels cursed, the Patriots' pain came from a helmet. Number 30, New England Patriots. The helmet catch, 2008. February 3rd, 2008, Super Bowl 42. The Patriots are 18-0. Chasing football immortality. Then, Eli Manning slips out of a sack like Houdini and heaves a prayer. Backup receiver David Tyree, 4 catches all year, pins the ball to his helmet while Rodney Harrison drags him down. First down. Giants score. Perfection. Dread. Belichick's face, blank. Tyree never caught another NFL pass, but that one ended the greatest season that never was. New England had Spygate, Deflategate, all the rings you could want, but that helmet will forever haunt them. And if perfection can crumble like that, wait until you see the Jets literally butt heads with destiny. Number 29, New York Jets. The butt fumble, 2012. Thanksgiving night, 2012. The Jets are on national TV, already having a rough year. Mark Sanchez fakes a handoff, panics, and runs straight into the backside of his own lineman, Brandon Moore. The ball squirts out, Patriots scoop it up, touchdown. ESPN replayed it so often they retired it from their not top 10. Jets fans still wince when they hear the words butt fumble. It wasn't just a blooper, it became the Jets' entire identity, cursed, clumsy, and unforgettable. And if face planting into your own teammate sums up the Jets, the Ravens' curse came in the form of one miracle bomb. Number 28, Baltimore Ravens, the Mile High Miracle, 2013. January 12th, 2013, divisional playoffs in Denver. The Ravens are trailing 35-28 with 31 seconds left. Peyton Manning and the Broncos are already smelling the AFC title game. Then, Joe Flacco launches a 70-yard prayer. Jacoby Jones slips behind the defense, catches it, and ties the game. Denver collapses in overtime. Baltimore wins and rides the miracle all the way to a Super Bowl. For the Ravens, it was fate. For Denver, it was a curse that Peyton never shook. And if miracles can crush legends, the Bengals learned that heartbreak comes in pairs. Number 27, Cincinnati Bengals. Super Bowl heartbreaks, 1982 and 1989. The Bengals don't just have one cursed moment, they have a loop. Twice they reached the Super Bowl in the 80s against Joe Montana's 49ers. Twice they led late. And twice, Montana carved them apart. The second time in 1989 with a back-breaking touchdown pass to John Taylor with 34 seconds left. Fast forward to 2022, and history repeated. This time, Cooper Kupp did the honors. Cincinnati has talent, hope, even Joe Burrow. But their curse? When it matters most, someone else always writes the fairy tale ending. And if being stuck in a loop hurts, the Browns found new ways to suffer every year. Number 26, Cleveland Browns, The Drive, 1987. January 11th, 1987. AFC Championship versus Denver. The Browns are up 20-13 with just minutes left. All they need is one stop to finally make the Super Bowl. Instead, John Elway engineers The Drive. A 98-yard march capped by a touchdown to tie it. Denver wins in overtime. Cleveland collapses, and Browns fans invent new swear words. A year later came the fumble. Then came the move, the return, the factory of sadness. Cleveland isn't cursed by one play, but by a whole anthology of misery. And if curses can span decades, the Steelers came in just one overtime throw. Number 26, Pittsburgh Steelers, the Tim Tebow game, 2012. January 8th, 2012, Wild Card Weekend. The 12-4 Steelers face Tim Tebow's 8-8 Broncos. Everyone expects a blowout, just not against Pittsburgh. First play of overtime. Tebow launches an 80-yard touchdown to Demaryius Thomas. Game over in 11 seconds. Denver erupts. Steelers Nation, silent. It was the first NFL playoff game ever to end on the opening play of overtime, and it came at their expense. Pittsburgh has rings, Hall of Famers, dynasties, but the Tebow game is still the wildest scar on their record. And if Tebow can topple the mighty Steelers, the Texans prove even a 24-0 lead isn't safe. Number 24, Houston Texans, 24-0 collapse, 2020. January 12th, 2020, divisional playoffs versus the Chiefs. The Texans are up 24-0 in the second quarter, and fans start dreaming of their AFC championship. Then Patrick Mahomes decides he's done playing around. In the blink of an eye, the Chiefs score 41 unanswered points, and Houston gets blown out 51-31. The collapse was so complete, it felt like the football gods yanked the plug. One moment they were flying, the next they were the punchline. And if you think blowing a 21-0 lead is cursed, the Colts found themselves cursed by a scandal they didn't even start. Number 23, Indianapolis Colts, Deflategate and the 45-7 beating, 2015. January 18th, 2015, AFC Championship versus New England. The Colts walk in hoping Andrew Luck can take them to a Super Bowl. Instead, Tom Brady and the Patriots stomp them 45-7. But that's not even the part that lives in infamy. After the game, whispers start. The footballs felt light. Suddenly, the Colts are unwilling co-stars in Deflategate. They didn't just lose badly, they triggered a scandal that dominated headlines for years. Their name is forever tied to deflated footballs instead of glory. And if being a scandal sidekick hurts, the Jaguars got cursed by a dynasty-ending collapse. Number 22, Jacksonville Jaguars, the 2017 collapse in New England. January 21st, 2018, AFC Championship. The Jaguars are up 20-10 on the Patriots with 10 minutes left. Blake Bortles is outplaying Tom Brady. The defense is suffocating. Jacksonville's on the cusp of their first Super Bowl. Then, Brady throws 2 late touchdowns to Danny Amendola, and the Patriots flip the game 24-20. Just like that, the Jags' Cinderella run turns to dust. For a franchise with so few shots at glory, this was the cruelest tease. And if blowing a 2-score lead stings, the Titans' curse is losing everything by a single yard. Number 21, Tennessee Titans, 1 yard short, 2000. January 30th, 2000, Super Bowl 39. The Titans trail the Rams 23-16 with 6 seconds left. Steve McNair threads a pass to Kevin Dyson, who turns and stretches for the goal line. He's stopped. Exactly 1 yard short. Time expires. The only Super Bowl appearance in Titans history ends literally an arm's length away. The image of Dyson reaching in vain has become NFL's most haunting photo. Titans fans still see it every time they close their eyes. And if 1 yard is enough to kill a dream, the Broncos show how a single snap can doom a season. Number 20, Denver Broncos, the Super Bowl safety snap, 2014. February 2nd, 2014, Super Bowl 48. The Broncos have Peyton Manning, the most explosive offense in NFL history. Fans are hyped. Then, disaster on the very first play. The snap sails over Manning's head. Sean Marino dives on it in the end zone. Safety. Seattle leads 2-0 after 12 seconds. The tone is set. The Broncos collapse 43-8. And the greatest offense ever goes out with a whimper. It wasn't just cursed, it was comedy. And if Denver's curse came on the opening snap, the Chiefs' curse lasted decades of playoff pain before Mahomes rewrote the story. Number 19, Kansas City Chiefs, the no-punt playoff, 1994. January 16, 1994, AFC Championship versus Buffalo. The Chiefs don't force a single punt, not one. Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas slice their defense like warm butter, cruising to a 30-13 win. It's the only playoff game in NFL history where one team never punted, and Kansas City was on the wrong side. That game cemented the Chiefs' reputation as postseason chokers for years. Regular season stars, January ghosts. It took nearly 3 decades and a guy named Mahomes to break the hex. And if the Chiefs once couldn't stop anyone, the Raiders learned sometimes the refs do the stopping. Number 18, Las Vegas Raiders, the Tuck Rule, 2002. January 19, 2002, divisional playoffs in Foxborough. The Raiders are up 13-10 in a snowstorm. Charles Woodson sacks Tom Brady. The ball comes out. Oakland recovers. Game over. Except, no. Officials invoke the obscure Tuck Rule, calling it an incomplete pass. Patriots keep the ball, tie it, win in overtime, and launch a dynasty. The Raiders, eliminated, furious, cursed. The Tuck Rule was so hated it was scrapped a decade later, but the damage was done. Raider Nation still spits Brady's name over it, and if rules can steal wins, the Chargers' curse comes from a kicker who couldn't buy one. Number 17, Los Angeles Chargers, Nate Keating's playoff meltdown, 2010. January 17th, 2010. The Chargers are the AFC's top seed, riding an 11-game win streak. Their opponent, the Jets, on paper, an easy win. Instead, kicker Nate Keating implodes. 3 field goal attempts, 3 misses. The Jets win 17-14, and San Diego's dream season ends in embarrassment. Keating had been nearly automatic all year, but in big games, he turned into a curse in cleats. Chargers fans still rank it among the franchise's most painful moments, and that's saying something. And if missed kicks doomed San Diego, the Cowboys' curse came when their quarterback fumbled history right out of his hands. Number 16, Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo's botched hold, 2007. January 6, 2007, wild card versus Seattle. The Cowboys trail 21-10, but line up for a chip shot 19-yard field goal that should win it. Easy, automatic. Except Tony Romo, the quarterback pressed into holder duty, drops the snap. He scrambles, tries to run it in, and gets stuffed at the 2-yard line. Game over. Season over. That moment branded Romo's career for years, no matter how good he became later. Cowboys fans still see it in nightmares. And if Dallas cursed itself with Butterfingers, the Giants' curse came from inventing a formation just to stop their own incompetence. Number 15, New York Giants, Miracle at the Meadowlands, 1978. November 19th, 1978, Giants versus Eagles. The Giants lead 17-12 with 30 seconds left. All they have to do is kneel. Instead, quarterback Joe Pisarcik tries a handoff, fumbles, and Herman Edwards scoops it up for the Eagles' winning touchdown. Giants Stadium erupts in rage. Garbage rains down. Coaches nearly lose their jobs on the spot. The play was so infamous, it forced the NFL to create the victory formation just to prevent such disasters. Without that blunder, kneeling might not even exist today. And if fumbling away wins is bad, the Eagles' curse was so embarrassing, it involved Santa Claus. Number 14, Philadelphia Eagles, Snowball Santa, 1968. December 15, 1968. The Eagles are 2-11. Fans are freezing and furious. At halftime, the team trots out a man in a Santa suit for a lighthearted stunt. Instead of cheers, Philly fans unleash a blizzard of snowballs, pelting Santa into humiliation. National headlines explode. Decades later, the Eagles still can't live it down. Forget blown leads or missed kicks. Philly's curse is a reputation for eating its own. Every time a brawl breaks out in the stands, people remember. These are the fans who booed Santa. And if throwing snow at Santa is bad, Washington's curse left half their roster in body bags. Number 13, Washington Commanders, the Body Bag Game, 1990. November 12, 1990, Monday Night Football versus the Eagles. Washington gets battered so badly the game is nicknamed the Body Bag Game. By the end, 9 players are injured, including both quarterbacks. They're forced to finish the game with running back Brian Mitchell at quarterback. The Eagles win 28-14, and Washington is humiliated on national TV. For a franchise known for toughness in that era, it was the ugliest possible showcase. That night, their pride wasn't just dented, it was stretchered off the field. And if Washington's curse came in a body bag, the Bears' curse was sealed by a double doink. Number 12, Chicago Bears, the Double Doink, 2019. January 6, 2019. NFL wildcard versus the Eagles. The Bears trail 16-15 but line up for a 43-yard field goal to win it. Cody Parkey boots it, clang, off the upright, bonk, off the crossbar, and back into the field. No good. Soldier Field goes silent except for the echo of that metallic double doink. Bears fans collapse. Parkey is cut soon after, and the sound still haunts Chicago winters. It wasn't just a miss. It was physics trolling an entire fan base. And if the Bears' pain came from inches, the Lions' curse was about losing every inch of a season. Number 11, Detroit Lions, 0-16 season, 2008. In 2008, the Lions didn't just lose a game. They lost every game. 0-16. The first team in NFL history to reach football's rock bottom. Quarterback Dan Orlovsky even ran out of the back of his own end zone without realizing it. The year's most fitting blooper. Their defense gave up over 500 points. Their offense was lifeless, and every Sunday felt like punishment. Detroit's curse wasn't just bad luck. It was systemic misery. The only thing darker than going winless? The Vikings' curse, perfection, ruined by one single missed kick. Number 10. Green Bay Packers, 2015 NFC Championship collapse. January 18th, 2015. NFC Championship versus Seattle. Green Bay leads 19-7 with 5 minutes left. Win probability, 99%. The meltdown, catastrophic. They gave up a fake field goal touchdown, botched an onside kick recovery, and watched Russell Wilson complete miracle after miracle. Seattle wins in overtime, and Packers fans add Seattle to their personal list of 4-letter words. It wasn't just a loss. It was a Shakespearean tragedy in pads. And if the Packers' heartbreak came from a collapse, the Vikings' curse was about the one kick that should have been automatic. Number 9. Minnesota Vikings, Gary Anderson miss, 1999. January 17th, 1999. NFC Championship versus Atlanta. The 1998 Vikings are a juggernaut. Randall Cunningham, Chris Carter, rookie Randy Moss, and Gary Anderson, who hadn't missed a kick all year. With 2 minutes left, Anderson lines up for a 38-yarder to ice the game. He misses, his only miss of the season. The Falcons tie it, win in overtime, and the Vikings' dream season disintegrates. For Minnesota fans, it was proof that the football gods weren't just cruel, they had a sense of humor. And if missing one kick ended perfection, the Falcons' curse was about blowing the biggest lead in Super Bowl history. Number 8, Arizona Cardinals, Santonio Holmes toe tap, 2009. February 1st, 2009, Super Bowl 43. The Cardinals, after decades of irrelevance, finally have their fairy tale shot. Larry Fitzgerald sprints 64 yards to give Arizona a 23-20 lead with under 3 minutes left. Fans dare to believe. Then, Ben Roethlisberger launches to Santonio Holmes in the corner. Holmes somehow tiptoes both feet in bounds while clutching the ball. Touchdown. Steelers win 27-23. Instead of a miracle finish, Arizona gets the NFL's most soul-crushing highlight reel. That single toe tap kept their Lombardi dreams locked away. And if Arizona's curse was cruel timing, the Rams' curse was being too good for their own good. Number 7. Los Angeles Rams, Super Bowl 36 loss, 2002. The 2001 Rams, the greatest show on turf, were supposed to be unstoppable. Warner, Folk, Holt, Bruce, an offensive cheat code. They entered Super Bowl 36 as 14-point favorites over a Patriots team led by an unknown second-year quarterback named Tom Brady. Instead, Brady carved him up in the final drive, and Adam Vinatieri's kick stunned the Rams 20-17. Their dynasty ended before it began. They wouldn't win another playoff game for 15 years. That night birthed Brady's empire and buried the Rams. And if the Rams' curse was being upset, the 49ers' curse came from one man's butterfingers. Number 6, San Francisco 49ers, Kyle Williams fumble. 2012. January 22nd, 2012. NFC Championship versus the Giants. Tie game in overtime. The 49ers need one solid drive to reach the Super Bowl. Enter Kyle Williams, punt returner. He muffs a punt earlier in the game, and fans are already nervous. Then, in overtime, he fumbles again. Giants recover, kick the game-winning field goal, and San Francisco's Super Bowl hopes vanish. Fans sent Williams death threats, and his career never recovered. For a franchise built on clutch moments, this was their polar opposite. And if the 49ers' curse was fumbling glory away, the Seahawks' curse was throwing it away, literally. Number 5, Seattle Seahawks, the goal line interception, 2015. February 1st, 2015, Super Bowl 49. The Seahawks are 1 yard away from back-to-back titles. They have Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode, ready to bulldoze New England's defense. Instead, Pete Carroll calls a slant. Russell Wilson throws. Malcolm Butler intercepts. Game over. Dynasty erased. Seattle fans haven't forgiven since. Even Marshawn later joked, "I'm just here so I won't get fined." That single call didn't just cost him a Super Bowl. It rewrote Carroll's legacy into a permanent punchline. And with that, the NFC West closes cursed. But don't worry, the AFC has just as much misery waiting. Number 4, Atlanta Falcons, 28-3, 2017. February 5th, 2017, Super Bowl 51. The Falcons lead Tom Brady's Patriots 28-3 late in the third quarter. Atlanta fans are already celebrating. Champagne's practically uncorked. But then, Brady turns into a football horror movie. The Patriots score 25 unanswered, force overtime, and win 34-28, the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history. 28-3 isn't just a score anymore. It's a permanent brand on the Falcons' forehead. Every time they take a lead, fans mutter it like a curse. They didn't just lose a game, they became a meme forever. And if Atlanta's curse is a number, Carolina's curse is a single snapshot. Number 3, Carolina Panthers, the Super Bowl 50 slide, 2016. February 7th, 2016. The 15-1 Panthers march into Super Bowl 50. Cam Newton, the freshly minted MVP, dabbing on the world. Fourth quarter, still a shot at redemption. Newton fumbles. The ball hits the turf. Instead of diving, Cam hesitates, steps back as Denver's defense pounces. The Broncos score, and the game is sealed. That one moment, Cam flinching on the biggest stage, became the lasting image of the Panthers' greatest season. A team that danced all year suddenly froze. And if Carolina's curse was hesitation, New Orleans' curse was a referee's whistle that never blew. Number 2, New Orleans Saints, the no call, 2019. January 20th, 2019. NFC Championship versus the Rams. Tie game, less than 2 minutes left. Drew Brees lofts a pass to Tommy Lee Lewis, who gets obliterated by nickel Roby Coleman before the ball arrives. It's the most blatant pass interference anyone's ever seen. Flags? None. Silence. The Saints settle for a field goal. The Rams tie it, win in overtime, and march to the Super Bowl. The outrage was so massive, the NFL actually changed the rules to allow pass interference reviews, then quietly scrapped it. Saints fans still say they were robbed of a championship. If curses can come from the refs, Tampa Bay's came from becoming someone else's highlight reel. Number 1. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bo Jackson Game, 1987. November 30th, 1987. Monday Night Football. The Buccaneers are already a league punchline, but this night cements it. Rookie Bo Jackson rushes for 221 yards against him, including a 91-yard touchdown where he simply outruns the entire defense straight into the tunnel. Earlier in the game, he bulldozes Brian Bosworth at the goal line, flattening Seattle's trash-talking linebacker into infamy. The Bucs didn't just lose. They became extras in Bo Jackson's personal highlight tape. Before Tom Brady ever arrived to save him, this was Tampa Bay's identity. The team you humiliate on national TV. And that's every NFL team's most cursed moment ever. From blown leads to butt fumbles to curses that'll outlive us all. But don't click away yet. If you thought these disasters were brutal, you have to check out our breakdown of the most controversial plays in NFL history. The ones so bad, the league literally had to change the rules.